So today we're going to do some biome mixing, and what I mean by this is we're going to get two different biomes and mix them together and see how they look like. So let's get right into it. So firstly, have you ever wondered what the End Islands would look like if they were mixed with a jungle biome? Well, not many people really wonder that, but it would look like this. This new biome would be called the End Jungle, which I know is so original, right? But I think it's a cool concept, and the structure you're able to find here is a jungle themed end city. There's also jungle trees and grass everywhere, which would be a way to access these resources while traveling in the end. The only mobs that can spawn here are endermen and shulkers, so you'd have to use the seeds for food. I'd rate this biome a 7 out of 10 because it's cool to look at, but it would be out of place if it was added. If they did add it, then it would need to differentiate itself from the overworld jungle by having different types of vines and wood, and maybe even new ores and mobs. Still though, it would be cool to have more end biomes like we have with the Nether. Alright, so next, what would happen if we mixed a desert biome with a jungle biome? These two biomes are extremely different, and the end result would look like this. This new biome would be called the Dry Jungle, and it would basically be a normal jungle, but without any grass and with sand everywhere. Mobs can still spawn here, but more rarely than in a normal jungle. The structure you can find in this biome is a temple, but rather than being a jungle temple, this structure is partly made from sandstone. This is because of the harsh conditions in this biome, and finding a structure like this in survival would definitely be a cool experience. But with that being said, this biome doesn't make much sense, so I'd rate it a 6 out of 10 overall. Maybe rather than being its own biome, it could be a transitional biome between a desert and a jungle. Moving on, if you thought that biome was weird, this next one is 10 times weirder. So, a Soul Sand Valley biome and an Ice Spikes biome. These are probably two biomes that you've never thought of in the same sentence. But what would happen if they were mixed together? Well, the end result would be this. This new biome would be called the Ice Valley, and honestly, this biome has a very eerie feel to it. I mean, it's unnatural. You'd never expect ice and snow to be in the Nether. And when you pair that with a blue glow of the Soul Sand Valley, it gives it almost a creepy atmosphere. In this biome, the only mobs that can spawn are ghasts and skeletons, and you're also able to find fossils like in Soul Sand Valleys. I rate this biome an 8 out of 10 because I think it's very unique and it would give a new atmosphere to the Nether if it was added. It's sort of an icy hell rather than a fiery hell. And speaking of the Nether, we have another Nether themed biome mix. This mix would happen between the Nether Wastes biome and the Frozen Peaks biome. But rather than spawning in the Nether, this biome would spawn on mountains in the overworld. This new biome would be called the Fiery Peaks, and it would be a rare mountain biome. In this biome, a fully lit Nether portal would spawn at the very top of the mountain, and it would corrupt the landscape. The mountain would be made from fire and netherrack, but there's still ice because of its high altitude. Goats would be able to spawn in this biome like other mountain biomes, but sadly most of them don't survive long. There's also no structures in this biome, but you can find scattered ruins of nether fortresses and very rarely quartz ores. This biome's alright, but its concept doesn't fit into the game that well, so I'd rate it a 5 out of 10. And finally, we have the Meadow biome, and we're gonna mix it with the End Islands biome. This new biome is very peaceful, with nothing but flowers and grass. Endermen can spawn here, but each island would have at least one bee nest as well. This is a good place to gather some honey if you're running low on food in the end. There's no structures in this biome, but it would be a good location to make an outpost, as it's cozy and has plenty of grass to grow food. I rate this biome an 8 out of 10 because it's a small addition and would add some more variety to the End Islands. Let me know which of these biomes you like the most and what other biomes you'd like me to mix in the future. With that being said, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.